Yeah. The mic was also off. So we did a transition and the mic's off. No. I put you in charge for 1 week. You're good. No, go ahead and go home. Yeah, it's fine. I'll take care of it. Don't worry about it. Can we get another rookie? Yeah. Thank you. Whew. Thank you, Dyslexic. Thank you for letting me know that was happening. How you doing? Adrian, you want to go ahead and jump on and start touching the buttons? Cool. Appreciate it. I think one of the rookies were chewing on the cables too. How's everybody doing today? How you guys doing? We have a couple crashes. We have close calls. We got 3 videos we're going to do today. And we're going to be talking about what happens during them. So, the beginning of this stuff, you guys know how it goes. You know how it goes. We just kind of talk. We catch up. It's been a week catching up with you guys. I see you all here in the chat. Somebody, Go OG, got his wisdom teeth taken out. Sorry to hear that. Face is probably all swollen. You only have jello. That's no fun. No es bueno. Been good, Dyslexic. Glad I got to get into a stream because I haven't been able to in a few months. Hey, I'm glad you're here. We got some cool stuff. I got a whole new schedule. I'm like really working on it, getting everything going. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, I'm really like busting it out when it comes to the content and getting you guys what you guys need. And I can't wait to start asking you guys more questions about what you want to see. But we got some crash stuff. We have the After the Ride podcast ideas that I got going on. I like doing storytelling. I like talking. You guys know that. And we're going to be doing the Riding Smart with Dan and the Fireman. So that's going to be its own little show. It's going to be its own little webinar. So the goal is to do weekly webinars. I'm putting one out tomorrow. And actually, not tomorrow. I'm sorry. I'm filming today and tomorrow and editing tomorrow to have that webinar up. So the goal is to do like a weekly webinar with some drills and stuff. Some e-bikes. You want to see some e-bikes, White Raven? I just if you've been following me on Instagram, you guys have been seeing that I've been posting some e-bike stuff. But yeah, I got Super 73s. I got some juiced bikes. I was riding around in a dirt. What was it? There, it's like a new neighborhood. They're building a new neighborhood, and they just got like the dirt plots basically, and like the dirt road instead of paved yet. And so I was just like, I was power sliding everywhere. I was having a ton of fun. Yeah, the heat wave though, man, shifty. Yoo-wee. Heat wave. We just had that like micro burst of a monsoon. Was it yesterday? 2 days ago? 2 days ago. Man, that tore me up. I was outside walking my doggo. You know, like sideways wind. But yeah, I was playing around with the e-bikes. I want to do some more Smart Rider drills. You know, so you guys, if you want to grab one, we got one right here. It's a drill booklet. Lots of cool stuff in there. We also have the digital version and the MTC Rider Academy. You know that. But I just finished up a pretty intense project right now, and it's gonna be sent out. Right now I'm on 2 to 3 days a week, but what I want to do is it's probably 2 days a week, and it's gonna be the rookie handbook. This is gonna be something that I've been putting a lot of effort in. It's gonna have all the PowerPoint slides that we have at the basic Smart Rider course, and it's gonna have a nice, short, very to the point. What's the lesson? What are the goals? What was learned? Boom, boom. An anecdote, a conclusion, and you're out. And it's gonna be a newsletter. So it's gonna be a newsletter that I'm gonna be putting out twice a week. I'm still working on which days. I think I actually have the schedule. Let's see. I think I actually have the schedule. 1 second. And so if you want to get that, that's absolutely free. The newsletter's free. Right now, all members of the MTC Rider Academy gets it anyways because you sign up. You can always, get out of it if you want, if you just want to support. But the MTC Rider Academy is $10 a month. So it's $120 a year. It's up front. But now you're going to get a newsletter with it. But you also can sign up for the newsletter if you want to. So let's see. What's the schedule looking like now? I've been working on that. Oh, the goal is for the newsletter to go out on Sundays. Where's that? Where's that content publishing? There we go. Yes, Mondays. So the Monday newsletter that's gonna be going out. It's gonna be based off of the basic Smart Rider course. So if you can't take the course because you can't afford it, right? If you can't afford it, it's $120 a year. My goal is to keep it at that price for at least the rest of this year, depending on inflation, right? And so if you can't take it, you can't afford it, whatever it is, just sign up for the newsletter. It's free to sign up. Let me go ahead and see if I can get that for you. And this way, you can at least, twice a week, you're able to get some type of education with it. And it's going to start from the beginning. It's going to be straight up from Unit 1, Lesson 1, all the way to Unit 7, which is going to be the testing, which is going to be the Smart Rider course. Smart Rider drill course, but I handpicked certain drills that are they're meant to like really focus on your stuff. So where's the freaking? I had a sign up form. Hey, did the rookie also screw that up? Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Well, I'll get that out to you. Well, no, I want to get it out now. Jeebus. I'll probably just do like a quick one. I'll probably just do a quick one. Oh, we don't need an address. No, we don't need an address. We just need emails. 1 second. I'm not looking at the chat right now. Sorry about that, guys. 1 second. I'm not looking at the chat. I'm just going to do a very easy, bare bones. It's going to be called For the MTC Rider Academy newsletter. That's literally what it's gonna be, the most bare bones, because somehow this wasn't done. And really, I only have myself to blame. I get a little ahead of myself, but you guys are getting something free, so it's gonna be boom, boom, done, done. Here we go, quick, quick. That's what she said. All right, so it's gonna be very simple. MTC news letter sign up, and I'll make adjustments to it so it looks pretty at least. I'll pin that at the top of the chat. So if you're watching this on your TV or whatever, I don't know how you're gonna do that, but it's gonna be in the chitty chat. Oh, fantasy football starting up. Anybody doing fantasy football this year? Who's doing fantasy football? Who's doing that? Let's get some music going. I'll share with you. You know, in fact, you know, now that we're here, let's go ahead and go into the classroom, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about when it comes to it's called the Rookie Handbook. All right, I'll meet you guys out there. I'll see you over there. Okay. Woo. Got some donuts. It's lunchtime. What are we doing here? What are we doing here with donuts? How you guys doing? Keep your feet off the ground, Molly. Okay, so we got some questions. I was missing some stuff. Waiting for the crushed bit. See if what we do here. If you guys are new to this, if you're new to what we're doing, we got to get 100 likes. It's how you sign into class today. 100 likes, and then we get started. Pretty much, 100 likes. Drawing time. Oh, yeah, forgot. Thank you. Can you hand me the pen, Joshua? Can you hand me the pen? Where is it at? All right, there you go. Thank you. Perfect. Thank you, Josh. Appreciate it. Big help. Big help. Here we go. Here we go. Sign that. Waldo, where are you? Where are you? So I got the new. This is kind of the newsletter I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you guys real quick. Yeah, it's got to load the picture. All of this, 86 pages. You can see it up on the top. 86 pages. It's pretty much like 50 newsletters. But if you guys are wondering, let's get down to here. Let's just go down here. So this one right here, it's gonna be the mounting and dismounting. Got a nice little photograph of the chalkboard that we got. The course lesson summary, what I learned during this, and then so it's very simple stuff. You know, here's turning the motorcycle on and off. So these are very quick. You know, so imagine the scenario right here. So very quick things that we're gonna be able to get going, and you're just gonna get twice a week. Nice little update. It's really good and really important to like double check and make sure you have good continuing education. You know, there's gonna be some things in here that you forgot. So that's gonna be coming out. And my goal is to have it completely like just done. It's already it's gonna be a PDF, and it's gonna be a download for the MTC Rider Academy members, and it's gonna be in the MTC library, which is right here. It's not in there yet, but if you are a member already, you get the ebook, the very first ebook that I put out. But then you get the drill booklet, the rescue card, and how to buy a motorcycle for beginners. And then here's the first webinar. You guys got to see it a little bit. Actually, you got to see it on the DanDanTheFireman channel. That was a good test. It seemed to work out pretty well, but this is season 1. So this is the first, I might change season 1, but we're going to have more of these we're going to have more of those. And then we got the After the Ride podcast. So we got 2 of these already out. We got a third one coming out. Let's double check and see what this one. Yeah, 3 tips. Perfect. And then we got the Smart Rider drills and the basic Smart Rider. So the basic Smart Rider Unit 5 is going to be the rescue course. I'm still filming that. It takes a lot of work. So when you guys support this, when you sign up, it helps out tremendously, because it does take a lot of work for me to do this, and I'm doing this by myself. So this is like my way of giving back to you guys. My goal is to have it to where you have absolutely like top of the line online courses for you to continue your education. So you can just go out and go to the DMV, get your license. You can go take an MSF course, total control, whatever it is, and you just get your license and you learned a little bit. But this is more of like an online continuous. So you get a newsletter, you get the webinars, you get the podcast, you get the actual courses that we talk about in both of those, or all three of those. You get the drills, and then once the basic Smart Rider course is done, I got something else coming out. But yeah, the main goal is so that you have something that you can fall back on, just in case you lose some of your skills or you get a little bit freaked out. There's going to be an answer here in the course. So sign up. It produces this content for free for everyone else too. So it is what it is. It helps out a lot. Working construction, California, I wanted to ask if it's worth to buy a bike to commute. Depends on how much stuff you got to take with you. You might be able to take a lot with you if you get some saddlebags and whatnot. I don't know exactly what you need to take to work. Sometimes, trucks, that's pretty consistent with construction workers for a very specific reason. One second. There we go. Amir, hi. How you doing, Amir? So sign up for the MTC newsletter. Sorry, we're gonna get through this. So we got a video. We got a video here. So you guys know how this works. We're not starting yet because we only got 65 people signed in. So if you want to hurry up and watch this, let's just take a look at the beginning. So we got some close call right there. Nice little impact. There's the crushing. I'd be pissed about that. And it looks like we got a little bit of road rage. We're not going to talk about the road rage stuff. I don't really care too much about that. So we're going to go ahead and look at this. How's my week been so far? Week's been pretty good. I had a great time yesterday. Got to relax yesterday. Yeah. Enjoying myself. This week has been pretty interesting. This weekend coming up, not too sure what's going to be happening there. I'm still waiting on a few things to figure that out. Still waiting for a few things. 67 people signed in. I'm going to start saying this. 67 people liking the stream. We need to hit 100 likes before we start, just because that's how many people need to get into class. We got to fill all the seats. You're going to get that CL 500. I want to, Joshua. It was a pretty good looking bike, It was a pretty good looking bike. It's pretty tall though. So if I'm going to buy something like that, I already have something like that. I have an Indian FTR 1200. So it's like, do I sell the FTR 1200 for that? It's like, nah, I don't want to sell something to get something similar, just smaller. Hey, for 12 months, it's full year, buddy. Woo. So I think I might just go back to the Rebel. Cause I can put crash bars on it. I can teach people on it, basically. You know what I mean? What do I consider a good beginner bike, Big Pig? First and foremost, ergonomics of whatever the bike is. So if you're a taller person, so right away, yeah, ergonomics. If you're a taller person, you're going to need something that you're not going to feel squished on. If you're a short person, you're going to need something that, I shouldn't say need. It'd be better to have something that you can at least touch the ground on if you're a shorter person. That's going to allow you to, if you start making mistakes, especially on slow speed stuff, you can use your foot as kind of like a bounce pad. You don't want to, but it gives you some stability, especially at a stop. If you're a taller person, like I said, you don't want to be scrunched. So something with like forward controls would be probably good. Right now, Hondas are just, I don't know, cruisers are so easy to learn on. They're designed for basically the road versus the track. And so like a Honda Rebel 300 or 500 for like a shorter person, perfect bike. And when I say shorter person, I'm talking like my size and below. So 5'6" and below, maybe 5'8" and below. When it comes to like a bigger person, like a Honda Shadow, or like a Kawasaki, I'm drawing a blank, 650. There's SV 650, something like that. Was it? No, it wasn't that. It's not this, but still, like a dual sport would be probably good, like a smaller dual sport for a taller person. Which one am I thinking of? The Vulcan S, Kawasaki Vulcan S, because that has like a different. It changes the ergonomics. You can actually adjust the handlebars and the forward controls. Yes, the Vulcan S. Welcome, senior crew member, Mr. Johnson. Nice. Where can I buy a rescue card? I looked on the website and I can only see a mention of it, and I only see mention of it when I buy membership. Yeah, so the rescue card, you can't buy a physical rescue card just because I tried that and nobody was getting them, and it was more inventory. I had to figure it out. So you can get the downloadable on the MTC Rider Academy. If you buy a rescue pack, you get one. But yeah, that's pretty much it. My goal is to come up with a graphics pack, So like that comes with the rescue card, to where everybody like can just download the rescue card to print. They can download the MTC awareness stuff. I want to make like posters. Like there's a few things I want to do, but my main thing is like I don't want to create products. I want to create content. I want to create video lessons for you guys so that you can learn from it. But at the same time, I want you guys to have infographics. At the same time I want you guys to have some infographics so that when I'm talking about something, you have something in your hands, and that's part of what the rookie handbook's about. The rookie handbook, and that's kind of my goal. Hello, writers of the chat. How you doing? AI, is it AI Trucker or Al Trucker? So 7 more people signing in, 7 more people liking the stream. We got to get to 100, and then we're gonna click this button right here and get this started. So Biker crushed by his own bike. Al, okay, Al, how you doing, man? Greetings from Pakistan. How you doing? How you doing? I've sent you $20. Can I get a physical one? I'll send 50 if I can get a signed one. Oh, geez. I wouldn't want you. Maybe I should put them back up because they do not cost $20. I'm not gonna charge you $20 for that, dude. I wonder if I should put up rescue cards, like a pack of 5 at least. A pack of 5 for $10 or something like that. 10, $15. No, that's the problem. I only ship in the United States. That's where we start getting into issues. That's why I really want to get a minimum price set by you. I really want to get away from physical stuff. The rescue cards are walletable. Yeah, so here's I have the Ridge wallet. No affiliation. I just like it. Yeah, I want them to, yeah. So, yeah. It's the size of a credit card. I did that on purpose. It's the exact size of a credit card. All right, we got 100 likes. I got to make an app, yeah. The platform I use for the Academy has an app. So there's an app for it. So you can actually take the Academy on your phone. It's still in beta, so it's not going to be the craziest. I see 99 likes. We need one more. The Groove wallet. Okay. Yeah. Apps are expensive to make. You know what I mean? I need a lot. I need a programmer. I need somebody to help me with some editing. I'm looking for like an ebook maker, or at least like a publisher. All right, 106 likes, guys. We got to get started. You know how this works. So what we're doing here is that we do have 3 videos, 3 of these. They're not up here right now, but if you want to check out the original video, I did link them in the description of this. But we're going to go over this. So what the whole point of this, let's go ahead and hit the record button just so I can start it off with the first video. So this is what I'm going to be doing. Is the first video I'm going to explain what an after action review is, and then all the rest of the videos I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to hit the record button. This is going to go live for everyone else. This will be this weekend. This will be this Sunday. This video right here will be Sunday, okay? So here we go. All right, everybody, we're going to be talking about this motorcycle crash compilation. But here's the thing. So it's going to be an after-action review. So if you've never been a part of this channel, the goal of an after-action review is to figure out what happened. So we're going to watch people make mistakes, do some success, the crash, whatever it is. But the goal is to take what's important and good. So we're going to learn from that. And we're also going to learn from mistakes. So if somebody made a mistake, somebody did something dumb, somebody did something whatever, we're going to learn from it. So we're going to take learning opportunities from every single thing. And the goal isn't to criticize. The goal is to learn from it and offer feedback for ourselves. Let them make the mistakes so we don't make them. At least we can see what's happening so we don't have to do it. And the cool thing is that our brain will figure it out in the long term. So the goal here, let's go ahead and take a look. Oh, I got to start it all over because I hit the record button, but then I hit pause and then, and then it stopped recording. God. That was good. That was a good one, though. That was a good one. I fired the rookie. They were supposed to be pushing the buttons. Didn't push the buttons. And now when I push a button, we have an issue. All right. Oh, geez. That was a rehearsal. Take one. Let's take one. Let me go ahead and make sure I got do not disturb on right now. I want do not disturb. All right, here we go. Was that pretty good? That was pretty good. All right, let's go ahead and hit the record button one more time. 3, 2, 1. All right, everybody, we're going to be jumping into this video, but before we do that, we're going to be talking real quick about an after-action review, and that's what we're doing here. Is an after-action review is going to be looking at incidents, okay, crashes, close calls, whatever it is, and we're trying to figure out what went well, what went wrong, and what we can do better ourselves by watching somebody else make mistakes, somebody else having success, good swerve, maybe crash into the side of a mountain or something. Who knows? The goal is to figure out, were we speeding? What is it that we have control over? What is it that we don't have control over? What is it that we should be focused on when it comes to our training? So that's the goal. So we're going to watch this, we're going to learn, and we're not going to criticize. That's kind of the goal too, okay? Let's go and jump into this. We have, side of the motorcyclist. That's going to be an impact that we're going to be kind of watching out for. And we don't do road rage, okay? We don't do road rage. Here we go.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I've
What's up, Motostars?
and crazy situations on the road.
Oh, a little bit of braking. You saw the braking.
So,
Okay, we got a little, what was it, ducks? Got some geese. Good job with the brakes. So you saw that real quick. Let's go ahead and just go back just a little bit. So what I'm talking about here is that we're coming up to here. So just look straight. Don't listen to Motostars. Look at the right hand. Okay, his right hand, he's going to reach for that front brake.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I've got another unexpected.
As soon as he recognizes, there's the front brake grab. Okay, so he's gonna actually grab it. Okay, a little bit of a panic. He saw something in the middle of a corner. Remember, in corners, we're gonna be in orange stage. That's gonna be an awareness of, hey, something's kind of weird. Okay, I don't know if I like this. If you don't know what the MTC awareness stages are, there they are. Okay, so we go from yellow, orange. We don't want to go into red, but if we have to, we will. It's a swerve, emergency braking.
Situations on the
So right now he's doing some kind of emergency braking because we need to slow down. We don't want to run into some ducks. But if you have to, you have to. Don't worry about it too much. You might have blood and feathers everywhere. But the goal is to not crash. And part of not crashing is avoiding things from hitting it. So it did a great job with really good progressive braking. Okay, it's gonna be that squeeze, 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 squeeze. All right. And the goal is to find some tips here. So the goal is to find 5 tips of what we can and can't do or don't want to do. And so tip number 1, don't do U-turns in the middle of the street, especially in the mountains. Okay, so that's a tip of don't do that because of how close that was. But tip number 1, well, I guess the good with the tip number 1 is that we have a great swerving. So we went to red stage here. The rider up front right here. Let's go ahead and get the little pen out. This rider did a nice little swerve with small escape path. We did a nice little swerve with a small escape path, all because of somebody in the middle of the way. And this looks like a little... It looks funny. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on. Good job. So tip number 1, don't do U-turns in the middle of the road and practice your swerving. Let's take a look. Yeah, I guess don't speed too. So Rico, here we go. Car did not yield and almost crashed to my BMW S1000 RR. Okay, is it going to be a left turner? Is it going to be a merger? We don't know. It's going to be an intersection. There's going to be the merge. Okay. So intersections, same thing as corners, orange stage. We need to be aware that people are going to do this. Okay, so we're going to have somebody swerve in front of us. We're going to have people turn in front of us. We're going to have pedestrians walk across. And it happens at intersections. Intersections are quite literally means that they're going to intersect with you. So that's why it's going to be something that we need to be focusing on. So covering those brakes, finding escape paths, making sure that we're not running into people, planning our ride. We talk about that in the MTC Rider Academy. Sign up for the MTC Rider Academy. Just sign up. Go to the link. It's in the description. Sign up. Take the course. MotoCat. Luckily, my bike didn't fall, and all that was damaged was my wind guards and my handlebars. Fender wasn't damaged. Okay. All right, let's take a look. Okay, are we actually gonna go? I don't know if this music's copyrighted. Let's go ahead and move on. So driver, terrible. Who does that? Like, you're not supposed to back out first by turning the wheels. You're supposed to back out until your front fender is outside the space pretty much. So terrible driver. Sucks. Thankfully, it's kind of a weird situation. Who's recording it, right? The dash cam's recording this.
The next
All right, let's take a look at this one.
with such high speed, the next turn became very challenging, and the two bikers in front.
Okay. High speed, sharp right turn coming up ahead. Once again, orange stage in the corners. Ooh, a little bit of a panic. Both of them panic. This is where we can go ahead and start rescuing people. Remain calm. Okay. Okay, look, he's standing up pretty good. Ensure your own safety by pulling off. Very nice, very nice. Wear some gloves. So it didn't look like it was going too fast, but here's the thing. It's too fast for the skill set of these riders. It's as simple as that. So you can be a professional rider, and this is like nothing. You go even faster, and it's still nothing. You could be a brand new rider, and like 10 miles an hour around this corner can be something. It's like too much. So really, it's about your skill level. It's what is it that you can do, and you can practice that in the parking lot with the Smart Rider drills. Okay, go ahead and grab one. It's part of the MTC Rider Academy too, and on the shop. But you can practice your skill set, and once your skill set comes up and comes up, you can actually apply more and more speed. My goal is my skill set. If we're a brand new beginner, so if I started off as a brand new beginner, I'm not very good, so I'm not doing the speed limit yet. But I get better and better until I get to that speed limit. I just don't increase my speed after that. I just keep getting better and better, but I maintain my speed. So now I'm working sub-maximally. So part of the goal of being a smart rider is not to, with your skill going up, you increase your risks by taking more risks. No, you increase your skill to the point where you're doing the legal and the sound and the smart way of doing it. And then once you hit that point, you still increase your skill, but now you have this big gap in between that's going to help you out when it comes to something emergency-wise. Continuing education is the important part, and that's what we're doing here. So there's going to be the nice little... Was I in the way the whole time? Because he's not doing too good. Let's go and take a look at the next one. Maybe I'm in the way. Let's go ahead and scoot over. Wasn't expecting the car to pull out on 2 lanes. Okay. Yeah, you don't expect it, right? Let's see what happens. Okay, intersection. There's the side of the vehicle. They're supposed to go in the first available lane. They didn't. Great job with the progressive braking. Found the escape path. Handled it. Great job. Mr. Z. Oh, open lane pattern. You guys see this, right? Either the truck or the SUV is going to get in the lane. There it is. Yeah, it's an open lane. Just roll. Exactly, Mr. Z. Just roll off the throttle. Because at highway speeds, you're going to have engine braking happening at that point. So what engine braking is that when you roll off the throttle, the RPMs of the engine is basically slowing down, which is connected to the rear tire, which slows it down too. So you don't have to apply the brakes, which is going to be the basically manual braking. It's actually slowing the tire down because of the calipers. This is actually slowing it down because of the engine. All you have to do is roll it off just a little bit. At highway speeds, rolling it off, it's going to maybe knock you down 5-10 miles an hour, like pretty quickly. It's just going to allow the other person that's speeding up and actually going the speed limit to get right in front of you, which is fine. At that point, it's fine. You don't want to crash. So right here, what I was saying is open lane pattern. He's looking off to this person. Very good. That's exactly what you should be doing. Now, if that person's not coming back over, you go back over into yellow stage. But right now, what we have right here is we have an issue. We're in the blind spot, right? We're in the blind spot. That's not good. And so they start switching over. Now we're kind of staggered, though. So you can roll off. Let's say, look at this. 77, rolling off. 72. And look at the gap that's already increased. Look at the gap. So we already have a good space cushion just from... Where's the space cushion button? There you go. Space cushion just from rolling off the throttle. So exactly this. So good job with the tip. Thank you so much, Mr. Z. Good job. This is why I try to avoid blind spots. Okay, yeah, and sometimes they happen.
This biker was far too focused on the pedestrians.
Intersections.
So the car braking in front of him.
Oh, side of the pedestrian. Yeah, watch out for the brakes. Swerve. So he tried to brake and swerve, but he like held the brakes at the same time. You can brake and then you can release a little bit so you can swerve, because you do need to be able to move. So his helmet fell off. He's wearing regular shoes, left leg. What kind of injuries can we possibly have? Yeah, they're leveraging it on his leg. You need to be able to lift that off first. There you go. It's a heavy bike and it's hot. The hot parts will burn you. Yeah, that left leg. That's why we wear gear for that kind of situation. So that motorcycle boots right there, they have that protection around the ankle. So if it does land on it, it might not prevent it from breaking, but it's going to prevent like the severity of it. So let's say like at a 10 out of 10 breaking is like no gear, but then like maybe like a 3 out of 10 it broke is because you have gear on. I'd rather take the 3 out of 10, not something super traumatic where it's almost an amputation. So let's take a look at this. What we're having here is that we're coming up. So just like MotoStar said, kind of distracted on the pedestrians. Maybe that's what the rider said was happening. But if you notice, the car itself is tiny right now. But then it starts getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And now we can finally see. So if something is like super tiny right here, it's pretty far away. And it gets pretty close. It's pretty close. So we start to see this. We're a little bit white staged. We're zoned out. We're really paying attention. And right here, last second, we pretty much went into brown stage. We panicked, not good, but we tried to do something, okay? So the performance wasn't the best, but we tried. And that's really what matters. We're going to learn from that. And so what's happening here is that we're braking. So he's going to use that front brake, rear brake. And here's our space cushion. It's not the greatest. We're trying to slow down to buy ourselves some time and some options. But the thing is, if we get stuck in that mindset of like, I just need to slow down and I don't know what to do, right? Because we're trying to buy ourselves some options to do what? When was the last time you practiced your swerves? When was the last time you practiced any red stage maneuvers, right? Red stage is where you're supposed to be doing something, but you actively do it. You're not like panicking. So right here, it's like, well, yeah, we're going to buy ourselves some options. Oh, crap, we crashed because I'm not used to practicing this. So the goal, yeah, go ahead and brake. Go ahead and slow down. And then it's like, I'm not going to stop in time. Total stopping distance isn't good enough. And then do that swerve. And you see that. You see him do that, but it's a little late because our perception and reaction is so delayed because we weren't paying attention. So if we're paying attention now, we could just switch lanes. We could just switch over to this lane. Not a big deal. But we weren't paying attention, and that's the point. There we go. Now we figured it out. We need to be paying attention. That's part of the MTC awareness stages, and that's why Unit 1 is so important in the MTC Rider Academy. We talk about this. The plan method, making sure that you're a smart rider, seeks and recognizes and understands. That's the point, because the fundamental skills, they kind of failed here. And then it can end up to where you're on the ground in a lot of pain, and that's part of acquiring using personal protective equipment. It's a full system that we talk about here at the MTC Rider Academy. So tip number 2, wear gear and practice your swerves. All right, here we go. My mistake. Good thing I did not hit her. Are you talking about like punching her or like crashing into her? Yeah, that was your mistake, dude. What do you think she's going to do? Yeah. So tip number 3, in a parking lot, you're going to lose to cars. Don't get in front of people. Pay attention. Elemental ATV. Ooh, having some fun, right? All right. Are we going to crash into each other?
You going in there? Yeah.
Okay. Careful. Oh, yeah. Good job with the head check. Very important. Gotta take a look. He was having too much fun with the burnout. That car had to swerve out of the way. Okay? So look both ways, 360 situation awareness. This is where you can actually talk to each other, because it looked like there's a buddy in the back, like these guys in the back. They could be like, hey, don't go, because you guys have your Cardo pack talks. You can just start yelling at each other for that. Got very lucky. Very lucky. Exactly, Tony. Justin, 13 months. Nice. Got very lucky there.
Oh my God.
That would have been broken back, broken legs, all that stuff.
I can't even get over that right now.
All right, Stockholm biker, here we go.
We have the pedestrian who has chosen to completely ignore the red light and
oh, come on. Side of the pedestrian, we see that right here. There's not much we could do other than maybe swerve to the right side of this lane, but trying to maintain the middle is not very smart. This guy should have stopped. We couldn't anticipate that. But for us, I'm just going to move over. It doesn't even matter if like I assume he's going to stop. I'm just going to move over anyways, just to increase my space cushion. What is on his face? Is that a 360 cam on his face? Interesting. So he's rev bombing it out. That was way too close for my comfort right there. Way too close. I would have moved over just a little bit because you couldn't swerve in the next lane. Dank Nooner 173. Are we getting some Dank Noons? Oh, paint. Lost a little traction right there. You saw that though? You saw that? A little bit of paint. We got some more paint. What are we doing here? You got to make the turn, Dank Nooner. Okay, here we go. So we're taking a nice sharp right turn, and then we're right on the paint. Right on the paint. And that's there though, right? There's nothing you could have done. So it's kind of like terrible civil engineering by the city to put paint like that, because cars can handle that. But if that's wet and it's a motorcycle, and who knows, Dank Nooner might have terrible tires, so you got to check your tread. So tip number 3? Tip number 3, make sure you check your tire tread today. Go out there right now and check and see if you're hitting the wear bars. So tip number 3. I think that's tip number 3. Right? Tip number 3? I don't know. I fired the rookie. He's not keeping track. I need a teleprompter. Come on now. Sorry about the vid quality. My GoPro is on the way out. Oh yeah, it's kind of falling apart there. People just don't look. So side of the pedestrian. Changed your tires last week, Waldo. Very nice. Michelin Road 6. Write in the comments what tires you have. Write in the comments what tires you guys have. Eric Vig going through here. Okay, nice little left turn. Watch out for gravel on the road. Watch out for idiot drivers. Ooh, we're kind of cutting a little bit weird. Kind of cutting close. What was that the problem? Wait. Was that the problem? Okay, I get it. Okay, so there's no centerline stripe, so we have an issue there, right? Yeah, no centerline stripe. It looks like it's a big area, but this is where the pavement is. Yeah, because that right there. So no centerline stripe. The person's not paying attention. We can handle this. We found an escape. Pretty good job. If we had to, we could have swerved off onto the right. Not a big deal. Ali Jaber, how you doing? Give it a second shot, man. Give it a second shot.
Experienced a moment of horror.
Thank you for the $4.99.
The lane was probably preoccupied with something else entirely and was unable to stay in his lane.
Oh, a little bit of a panic. A little bit of a panic, but great job. Check his pants after that one. So right here, we're riding through here. This is going to be tip number 4, I believe. So we're riding through here. Not a big deal. I'm in yellow stage at this point. I'm kind of relaxed because it's not that much. Let's go back just a little bit more. There we go. But what I'm starting to see is that we're having some turns. The road is disappearing. So that's still going to kind of put me in an orange stage. But I'm bouncing between yellow and orange stage. Relaxed, a little bit paranoid. Relaxed, a little bit paranoid. Because I don't know what's around these things, because we do have line of sight issues.
Experienced a moment of horror. The driver in the opposite lane was probably preoccupied.
So all of a sudden, coming around this blind corner, you can see how it's blind, right?
And was unable
we have lights in the windshield in our lane. That's not a good thing to have. So what we need to do is find that escape path. Okay, we got to do something. So part of planning your ride is position for safety, locating hazards, assessing, and navigating. We talk about that in Unit 1, Lesson 5 of the basic Smart Rider. But right here, he's positioned over here for safety, because if this person does take up the road, we at least have this escape that we can do. Okay, if we fight for the lane, guess what? Who's going to win? We're forcing them to try to swerve into their lane, which is kind of like the point, right, of playing chicken. Swerve back into your own spot. But one's if they don't. So I'm not taking that chance. I am going to move off, just like this rider did, onto the smallest part that I possibly can, thread that needle. And you know how you get to that point where you're so in tune with your motorcycle? Is practicing in a parking lot. Okay, treat it like a workout. You're going out there, let's say you're working out right now. This is going to be a pretty long episode here. But let's say you're working out right now. What's the goal? You want to body build, you want to get in shape, heart healthy, you want to be more limber, whatever it is, right? But you're not doing that to live in the gym. You're doing that so that you can have those goals, so you can feel healthy, you can play with your kids. There's real life attributes to it. You don't want to feel tired going up the stairs at work. You want, like to play with your kids or just to, have a summer body, whatever it is. It's the outside thing, but you're putting in the work. So when we go to the parking lot and we practice, treat it like a workout. 3 sets of 5 of doing lefty-loosey and righty-tighty. 3 sets of 5 of doing the 2-pole run. 3 sets of 5 of doing the butterfly. I'm talking about the Smart Rider drills, by the way. So do like 3 sets of 5 of this. Get yourself out of there. 10 cones, standardized cone set. Don't have to change it up. Just all you have to do is change up the exercise. 3 sets of 5. Practice your U-turns, practice your swerves. And it gets you to the point where you understand your bike to where you know where that front tire is at all times. You know how to thread the needle because you're having to make very tight turns on some of these drills. So when it comes to something like this, it's just a matter of, oh, yeah, I've done this easily. Because you're practicing in a parking lot for situations like this. And that's why I practice. And when I'm riding around, I'm also practicing. I will play around and try to get myself on the line and see if I can hold it and then get back off. I'll see it. I'll see if I can just touch this line. I'll see if I can touch that center line. I'll see if I can just do it real quick and see if I could do that. and it's practice. So treat everything as practice because that's what you're doing. You're developing habits. Got really lucky. Nothing this rider could have done other than swerve off the road. Bulky riding, here we go. Okay, it's a Prius, not a big deal. Look forward. Look at forward, man. All right, I think this is the one with the road rage. We don't do road rage here because at the end of the day, that's a failure to handle your behaviors based off of emotion. And we talk a little bit about that in the as a mentorship thing, and we're going to be talking more about that in the After the Ride podcast. We're not going to focus on that here. Oi, bruv. Sergeant Wombat, here we go. Okay, a little bit too wide on the corner. We went a little bit too wide. Kibako, here we go. Watch out for anybody pulling out. There it is. There it is. Just so it swerve over. Not a big deal. Pretty slow speed. Handled it. Get yourself out of there. Ooh, man. All right, plug your ears, everybody. This is pretty loud. All right, open lane pattern. That person's going to switch over. Oh, no. Okay. Side of the vehicle. They saw him. You could swerve out of the way. You can just stop if you needed to. Watch out for getting hit in the back, but handled it well. Moto amateur. Okay, nice tight turn. We just talked about tight turns. This is one of them. Why am I so blurry? Oh, dump the bike. Dump the bike. There we go. Going pretty fast here. Going pretty fast on a road that you can't see around the corner, and that's exactly why we don't do that. Thankfully, I was able to slow it down in time to make the corner. But this is what I'm talking about here. Tip number, let's just say 5. I think we're done with the tips after this one, but we got some cool crashes and close calls still. All right, tip number 5, slow down on corners that you can't see around. Okay, pretty simple. Okay, we have a line of sight issue. We don't know what's around this corner. We just don't. So it could be a sharp turn to the left. It could be a sharp turn to the right. It could be the end of the earth. You know, the earth is flat and everything, right? So we're coming up to here. There it is. We don't know what's going around. He's slowing it down, but it's almost not enough. It's almost not enough. So make sure you slow it down. A lot of people don't do that, and they just go off the road. It's very, very, very painful lesson we're going to learn from here.
Let's see if they tap.
Oh, do you see that? What's the sign say? Okay. That's going to be a nice little, it's not a sharp right, sharp left, but it's going to show some curves. 40 miles per hour recommended, okay? That's a good sign that this is going to be something that's a little bit more difficult than a regular turn.
Let's see if they tap their head on top. I guess oh, yep, see them tapping?
Okay, so tapping the head on top means there's cops. Means there's some cops.
They're letting me know there's a police officer around here.
Yeah.
Did you see that guy tapping his head?
Yeah.
Is that him there?
So that's going to be a nice little extra tip right there.
Let's see.
Doing this to other riders means there's going to be a cop.
Always helps to have a good eye when you're riding. Limit.
There it is. That was him. All right, moving on. Moving on. All right. Ooh, a little cop saying hi. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Listen to some music. That's what I use my quad lock for. Have my phone right there with GPS. And ooh. Why? Is he purposely? It's like he purposely did that for the cops. All right. We're just going to watch. We're just going to enjoy anything that's happening here. It's like he wants him to chase. He wants him to chase so he can get some footage. He wants a chase. Why would... Write in the comments why somebody would want to chase. Is it the adrenaline rush? Like, do you just... Because I know there's some no chase counties and cities where the cops aren't allowed to chase at a certain miles per hour. It's like you want... I don't get it. It's like you're taunting things. Clicks. Yeah. But people were doing this before the internet. You usually can't... Oh, snap. Yeah, why'd you pull over so much? What are we doing here? Is that undercover?
In the end, I hope you
All right. Yite stacked. That's the dumbest stuff I've ever seen. Please don't do that. But if you guys want to make sure you stay safe, ride smart, join the MTC Rider Academy. Links in the description. I'll see you guys there. All right, man. That was the dumbest stuff ever, man. Woo-wee. Let's get some music going. Let's get some music going. Yeah, join the MTC Rider Academy, everybody. One sec. I got something right here I got to do. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. There we go. We got some more. We got some more. That's not the only one. Links in description for the videos, by the way. Links in description for the videos. There we go. Let's take a look at that. Let's go ahead and go over here. Woo-wee. That one kid from Canada got 5 stars. Yeah, right? Brain not loading. How's everybody been doing? How's everybody been doing? I've been focusing, like I said, I've been creating some content. We got some sponsored stuff that we might be having out. Some more quad lock stuff coming out. Might have, depending on how it works, we might have an insurance company that wants to do some stuff. So you'll be seeing probably like a sponsored video from that, which is good because you need some insurance, right? You need some insurance for your bike. So I had to do some research on that. So I've been reading about motorcycle insurance, kind of catching back up. It's been a while since I really did some research on it. I've just been hanging out with the insurance company that I currently have and just with my policy. But we're going to be talking about insurance. Maybe in the near future, maybe next month, maybe in August. So right now, my main focus is getting out Unit 5, and then Unit 6 is the mentorship part. So Unit 5 is just going to be rescue. It's going to be remain calm, ensure your own safety, stop major bleeds, and quickly assess the severity. I'm going to just go over those real quick with you guys. And then we have Prep Medic. If you guys seen that video series, that's also going to be a part of the MTC Rider Academy Unit 5. And then Unit 6, like I said, is the mentorship thing. We're talking about active listening, empathetic coaching, what types of mentorship programs and things that you can do, what kind of framework. You do one-on-one, you can do, one on like 8, or you can do like these bigger cohorts and stuff like that. But it's basically how to talk to people, talk to students, talk to, let's say it's your son or daughter that wants to start riding and you know how to talk to them. Then Unit 7 is going to be the Smart Rider drills, but I handpicked a few of them to put you to the test. And so it's going to be interesting. Is insurance mandatory in the United States? Yes. I think Florida, though, you just need to have like a deposit type thing. So it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different in different areas. $1,500 to get my bike ready, only to be sidelined by Canadian smoke, high heat, high humidity. Oh my gosh, Prodigal, I'm sorry, man. Whew. Is it expensive for a bike in the USA? Kind of. Yeah, depending. I think it's more expensive elsewhere, though. Oh, insurance? Can be. Especially if you're under 25, you got a sport bike, and you have some tickets. Oof. I've seen some stories about that. Thankfully, not me. Yeah, I got full comprehensive. I got all that stuff. Because if I crash, I don't want to die, and I want to replace the bike. I guess I could knock it down to liability though, because I paid it off. Yeah. Anyways, guys, we're gonna start on this one. You guys know how this works. Oh wait, how many signed up for the Motorcycle Club news? So let's see. I wonder, can I do a report on that? Probably, let's see. Ba-ba-ba-da-da. I'd have to check. I don't know. Let's see. Recent growth. Top locations: Dallas, Texas, San Jose, and Ashburn. Interesting. Okay. We had 5 people sign up just now. Pretty good. 5 people. I like it. Yeah, you guys are gonna get that newsletter. I'm gonna start putting it out next week. Next week. But guys, here, yeah, I think I saw you, Josh. Yeah, I see you. Very nice, very nice. All right, guys, we're gonna get started on this next video. This is gonna be another MotoStars one. You guys know how this works. Let's go ahead and hit that record button in 3, 2, 1. Let's take a look at this MotoStars video. Bike broken to pieces. Whoa! Oh yeah, we can see some of that stuff. That'd be painful if that crashed on you. Happy Green 55.
Very intense video for you. I hope all of you will learn something from these situations.
Yeah, open lane pattern. You see that?
Safe.
Right? We're in the blind spot. Open lane pattern. Are you honking the horn? How come they didn't see you with your high vis, buddy? Because we're such a small target here. Such a small target. We're gonna try to talk about 5 tips on what we should and should not do as motorcycle riders. Something like that. Anyways, open lane pattern. We're gonna go ahead and there it is. We're lane splitting. They moved over in that open lane. So if you guys don't know what the open lane is, we just saw that originally. But this is an open lane right here. Okay, big open lane. Not something you want to jump right into because other vehicles can get into that. If that's a spot for other vehicles, they're gonna take it. So if we're lane filtering, yeah, that might be our escape, but that's also where they're going. So we got to figure it out. We got to slow it down, not go super fast when we're splitting. So this is a good example of what we can do. Just don't rev bomb. Just get yourself out of the way. Call it a day. It's a good job with the slowing down part. Get yourself in a better line of sight. Now you have good line of sight, and then move on. It's not a big deal that... Angel, come on, man. You know that. You know better. Another open lane pattern right there. All right, ooh, going pretty fast here, buddy. Not the smartest. We hit a bump crossing over the line. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. I don't want people crashing. How many times have we seen that? How many times have we seen speed wobbles because of these highway pools, right? How many times have we seen these speed wobbles because of highway pools? So what we're doing here is we're pushing our bike to the limit, not just speed. So this is where I get it. You know, some feedback from you guys. It's like, oh, they're not going too fast, blah, 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 bikes. The thing is, the engine might be able to handle this speed, right? It's getting pushed, but can your suspension handle this speed? Can your tires handle this speed? Are your handlebars and all the bolts and everything in good working order? Is your chain in good working order? You know, like, are your brakes in good working order? Do you have fluids that are appropriate? Like, is everything topped off and clean and good? Like, is everything in working order? Because if your bike isn't just your engine, so you have to take care of things. And sometimes these bikes, they don't have the top of the line stuff. They're consumer bikes. They're not race bikes. So they're giving you consumer stuff, not top of the line race stuff, unless you did your own upgrades and mods. So when we're crossing over this bump, you're gonna see the bump right here. So we're crossing over this line right here. As soon as we hit that, our suspension is gonna start doing this. And guess what? When our suspension does this, our handlebars do this. And guess what? When our handlebars do this, it's a tank wobble. It's a speed wobble, whatever it is, death wobble, whatever you want to call it. So what we can do, because as a consumer, okay, that's how they look at us when we're riding these motorcycles, is it can do that, but they're hoping you're going to do the speed limit because that's kind of what these things are designed for, is the speed limit for consumers, not for racing. Yes, it could do this. It's a weird thing. You get the freedom to do it. There's no real governor outside of probably 130 is the governor. But as soon as we hit that bump, boom, started doing this. And now you're stuck with physics. The gyroscopic precession, the bike wants to stay up, but it's just going to crash if too many factors are involved. Very lucky. Very lucky. And you can just get knocked off too. And he's going to go get back up to speed. All right, that 636 guy, here we go. Why'd we blur that out? It was an impact. He impacted his hand. You see how it was almost the same thing? Little speed wobbles. Speed wobbles. Speed wobbles.
No, but you're good, bro. You're good. No worries.
Yeah, I got very lucky. Very lucky. All right.
Took a great deal of risk with this maneuver, but fortunately managed to make it in time in front of the truck driver.
Okay. Oh, why are we passing on the left? What are we doing passing on the left? No, not smart at all, dude. Not smart at all. No, don't be doing that. That was dumb. So tip number 2, don't pass on the left in intersections with big-ass trucks. Did I even do tip number 1? I don't know. We're not paying attention to that stuff. Someone put a branch on the road. Is this Big Daddy? Watch me take out these rollerbladers. We put a big branch in the... Whoa! So good job. Do you see the rider up front? Lifted his butt up. Straightened up and lifted his butt up. Good job. That right there is perfect maneuvers going over an obstacle. So the reason why he's doing that, so this is tip number 3, how to go over an obstacle, is that when you see something like that and you can't avoid it, lift your butt up, because that back end will do this, your back tire. After it hits that, the front one will do that, but then the back one will do that. So when the first one does this, it's like boom, boom. And when it does this part, it's going to knock you forward, which is going to make you lose balance. It's going to cause you to put more weight on those handlebars, which could cause you to do this. So if you lift your butt up, your legs is like an extra suspension for the back. So it did a great job right here. Couldn't avoid it. Ran it over. So if you see him do this, if you see a person that they could do this right here, this should be in your mind, you can do it too. If you want to practice it, take a piece of wood like the 2x4, go to the parking lot, practice going up and over, up and over, up and over. Or a speed bump. Go find a speed bump in a parking lot. Go over it nice and slow, but go up and over, up and over. Okay, lift your butt up. Handled it. Handled it. Awesome Destiny shenanigans. Hope you're doing well. Oh! Stupid little bird. Little goose. So this is when we can rescue. Okay. He is unconscious. Cobra Chickens took out a motorcyclist in front of us tonight. Made the 911 call, and big shout out to the police service, fire department, and Wellington paramedics for arriving so quickly. The motorcycle appears okay, as my wife attended to her until help came. Ooh. Unfortunately, no one. Okay. She is unconscious. Or the rider's unconscious. So good job with the truck driver. Basically blocking traffic, because part of rescue is remain calm, ensure your own safety. With ensuring your own safety, having somebody direct traffic, not even direct. You don't need to direct. You just need to slow down traffic. You need to get them aware that something's different. Okay, so just like doing this is good enough, because they're like, hey, what are you doing? And they might now go into more of an orange stage themselves. So when we see this right here, let's talk about real quick mechanism of injury. So when we talk about mechanism of injury, this is tip number 4, whatever. I don't know what tip are we on. Tip number 4, mechanism of injury. When somebody crashes, somebody gets hurt, it's usually indicative of what type of trauma that was happened. So if a baseball bat to the head, guess what? They're not going to have ankle pain. They're going to have head pain. They're going to have a traumatic brain injury. So when we see something like this and somebody falls to their left, guess what? They're not going to have right pinky pain. It's going to be mainly their left shoulder, left hip, maybe collarbone, maybe hit their head. So now they have a headache, possible traumatic brain injury, ankles underneath the motorcycle. So mostly left side. That's going to kind of put you in that position of, let's go ahead and focus on left side first, and then we'll go to the right side. So if they do have like a major bleed and they're bleeding out somewhere on their left side, because that's where you're focused now, you can go ahead and apply direct pressure, tourniquet, pack the wound if you need to. We talk about that with the rescue pack and the booklet that comes with it. So there's the dump right there. Why do you think we dumped? So we're going to talk a little bit about that too, is that we slammed that front brake. That front brake was slammed. It locked up that front tire, lost traction on the front tire, fell down. We see that all the time in this. Fell down, hit their head. Just terrible.
Oh my God.
Unconscious at that point, or just like laying there so that they just don't want to move because they're in pain now. Something's happening. So thankfully we have people here to help. Good job. It looks like a half helmet. All right, here we go.
My calculations here.
Oh.
Today.
Yeah, right? Good job. So MotoStars has been blurring out these things just because of demonetization policies, but that's fine.
Big mistake, he lost control.
All right, going pretty fast around the corners. We're in orange stage.
Brake safely.
Oh, picked a terrible line. Can't stop really right here. You're just hitting a bunch of stuff. Right shoulder possibly. Could easily break your collarbone right there. Right knee. So right here, everyone else should be staying calm, relaxing, so that we can help out. There you go. So when we see this is just kind of like one of those things I want to talk about real quick, is that we're out riding like this. We all have gear. Look at this. These guys have massive gear, lots of expensive stuff, but nobody is getting medical training. Nobody has a trauma kit. Nobody has the medical side of it. It's like they're trying to prevent it, the crash, by having skill. They invest a lot of money into the gear, but there's no like backup. The backup is in case somebody is bleeding to death, how do you stop that? If somebody has a traumatic brain injury and they're like feeling a little woozy, but they want to get back on the bike and you just let them, how do you prevent that? If you knew how terrible traumatic brain injury is and what it can do to your coordination, you wouldn't let them on the bike. And so that's what I'm trying to get at here is that if you're investing, if invest in gear, and even if you invest in your skills, what skills are you investing in? Are you investing in the riding skills? Great. And also try to look into investing into the medical and the trauma related skills where you can help somebody. It's just important, you know? It's a well-rounded person, well-rounded rider. You're able to help each other and prevent things. It's like it's a full cycle. It's a full circle of being a smart rider, really. And that's why we do this, right? Rescues injured motorcycles with medical training.
Bring it up. 1, 2, 3.
Put the camera around your neck.
Lay it back down.
Lay it back.
Well, you might
lay
put it out in the dirt. No. It's done. I know.
Yeah, that's fine. Uber instincts. Okay. Are we dumping the bike? Oh, was that a cop right there? Was that a cop? Oh, he's not wanting to get back up. All right, let's take a look at this. He went really low.
Instincts of my Uber autism.
I think that's a cop. Looks like a cop.
Observe.
So he was going a little too slow, a little too far down in the lean. Sometimes you don't need to lean so far. You really don't. Is it a picture car? Okay. You don't need to lean so far if you're going slow. Okay. Leaning is meant for like a higher speed. And the only reason why you need to lean that far is because you're going super high speed and you're still trying to make a very sharp corner. You could pretty much take these upright. Okay. And as soon as we lost balance, and before we lost any true balance, we put our hand down. Okay, maybe our foot, you see that right there? Maybe our right foot touched the ground, and then we put our hand down. Terrible situation. Terrible situation. Make sure you guys wear full gear just in case something like that happens. But you don't need to go so far down. And if it's for a picture, then I get it. But, all right, tip number 5, don't do this. His intrusive thoughts won. No. Not the smartest. Angry Camry driver versus sport bike. Here we go. Throws a water bottle out. You went to hit the car, though. Okay. Pretty terrible people out there. Pretty terrible people out there.
It's really
all right, here we go.
What caused the rider in front to fall? I'm really curious what do you think about this situation.
Okay, MotoStars, we'll go and answer that question. Why did that person fall? Write in the comments, guys. Let's help each other out. Ooh. Ooh, he did not look good. He is not getting up. That looks like a broken back. That looks like a broken spine. MT. Ooh. As soon as he hit the guardrail.
Are you okay? Bro.
Dude, that's a. Does it say? I mean, yeah, he says survive, but does he say?
Oh my God. I'm calling, dude. Call. You calling?
That breathing is called agonal respirations. That means he's completely unconscious. He's completely unconscious. He has a brain injury.
Hey, just stay still, bro. West Summit Crest Court, and that's right off of we're on the Canyon Road. He's laying on the side of the road.
How do you
It's a
fall?
motorcycle accident. The car involved. I don't think anybody's injured though.
So he hasn't talked this whole time. Let's go ahead and pause it. It's a pretty bad spot, guys. I mean, if you're not the type of person that wants to see this, then don't watch this.
Are you okay?
1 second. Let me go ahead and take a quick look at this. So right here, his body is mangled. His body is destroyed. So when we talk about how to rescue somebody here, okay, just take a look at his body. So right here we have a lumbar spine probably broken. His lumbar is probably broken. Maybe his hip is broken. That's why his leg is kind of like this. I guess I'll just go over like what I think. Probably more breaks up in here, but more than likely it's gonna be that lumbar. Probably has a broken collarbone, probably broken humerus on that other side. He did hit the guardrail at speed, so I think that's when he got snapped up a little bit. Maybe broken ankle, but that's just weird how it's just placed. But either way, broken. So when it comes to stuff like that, all we can do, and this is what I want you guys to be able to do something. Okay, I want you to be able to do something. The other rider that was in here that's talking to dispatch, that's all he can do. Perfect, did something. So kudos to the rider that was able to call 911. So here's the first thing: remain calm. That rider pulled off to the side of the road and immediately got to that person and realized I need to call 911. Perfect. That's the first part. Ensure your own safety. This rider also needs to make sure that they're not going to die. Now, if a car goes around that corner, just like they did, not paying attention, and hits him and this rider on the ground, no good. Now there's two victims, and probably the one on the ground is definitely dead at that point. So get on the other side of the guardrail. So when we see this right here, I'd get on the other side of the guardrail if I can. There might be a little bit of brush and everything, unless somebody's like kind of directing traffic, but I'd get on the other side of the guardrail to ensure your own safety. Stop any major bleeds. So when we're looking at this guy right here, let's go back just a little bit. When we go right here, stop any major bleeds. If that dude is, of course, he's just laying there, but all of a sudden you start seeing blood come out of the leg, you start seeing blood come out of the arms or whatever it is, you don't need to. I don't want to say you need to, you should, or whatever it is if you don't feel comfortable. But applying a tourniquet at least to the limb that's bleeding out, applying direct pressure to at least whatever the part is bleeding out, and if you can, pack the wound. That's gonna be more of those junctional sites, like in the traps and in the collarbone area, in the necks, and possibly like in the pelvic area. And we show that in the booklet for when you get a rescue pack, and then also in the rescue card download on the MTC Rider Academy. So that right there, because if you don't, let's say this person can survive, there's no holes in that person, they can survive with surgery on this. But if they have holes in their body and they're bleeding out, and they could have survived with surgery, but then they bled out because you didn't do anything, or bled out because nobody did anything, and they died, that's preventable. So preventing blood loss is really all you can do. You can't do surgery here. There's no on-site surgery. He has to go to the hospital to survive. Has to. So the big thing here is call 911 to get that chain of survival going. So you call 911 to get dispatch. Dispatch calls the fire department. Fire department or an EMS show up. They get the person stabilized as best they possibly can. They see this. I've seen something like this. This is why I'm talking like this. I had a tree trimmer from a palm tree fall down on grass, and it was twisted up just like this. Broken both femurs, broke his back, broke his humerus. His arm was like flopped around. It's kind of like this. It was his humerus, but it's flopped around the back. Completely broken. There's nothing we could do outside of package him, get him on longboard, and go. So that's what they're going to do. So the fire department, they show up, and on the way to the hospital, they're calling the level 1 trauma hospital and saying, hey, we have this person destroyed, basically. They're going to give them the whole thing, all the vitals, motorcycle accident, blah, blah, blah. As soon as they call them in, they're calling in trauma surgeons, probably from home, on duty, on call, whatever it is. They're at the hospital, whatever it is. But that's when they're all ready for that person to show up, and then they start. So the only way that's going to start all of that is by calling 911. That's why it's super important to call 911 right away. Okay, or tell somebody to call 911. So if you're the one with the medical knowledge and you can actually stop major bleeds, you tell someone else to call 911. The whole dispatch system is designed for people that don't know what they're doing and they're in a panic. So you don't need to be trained to call 911, but you need to be trained to stop major bleeds. So quickly assessing severity. So flipping the card over, which, guys, if you get a rescue pack, you get a card, and it's this right here. I put it in my wallet. So head injury symptoms, spinal cord symptoms, right here, loss of sensation in the extremities, probably lost a lot of it right there, tingling and everything. At the end of the day, all you can really do is stop any major bleeds, any external bleeding, lay them down there. He's already laying down, monitor any changes, and keep the rider warm. So we have emergency blankets in the rescue pack. If he stops breathing, that's gonna be a scary situation. You have to make a tough call here, and that's where Good Samaritan laws kind of come into play. Is that if he stops breathing and you really want to do some rescue breaths, you might have to turn the person over as best you can, maybe with some help, and then take the helmet off and do some rescue breaths. If you're not comfortable with that, there's going to be some therapy for you probably after this. So in order for you to hopefully minimize any type of PTSD that you might get from witnessing this or being on scene of this, is actually doing something productive. Calling 911 is productive. Stopping any major bleeds is productive. Ensuring your safety and other people on the scene is productive. Doing the best you possibly can and being okay with that is productive, and it's going to hopefully minimize some of the trauma that you're going to see. But this is a traumatic incident, so don't feel bad if you feel sad about it, if you couldn't help, if you couldn't save a life, whatever it is, because at the end of the day, that's their life. They made decisions. They failed. That's life. And I've seen plenty of this, and it doesn't get any easier, but that's why I wanted to focus on this one video, kind of go in depth, talk quite a bit about it, because I've seen this before, and this is why I make these videos, guys. This is why I do what I do, and this is why we have the MTC Rider Academy, because I am trying to prevent these things with the basic Smart Rider course. You know, we talk about intro to defensive road strategy, all this to prevent the whole thing, all of this to hopefully mitigate some of that stuff. Guys, remember, back protectors in motorcycle gear could have helped out here. We don't know, though, but it could have. Basic rider skills, all this stuff, common motorcycle riding scenarios, and Unit 5. This is Unit 4. Unit 5 is the rescue part. Unit 5 is the rescue part. In the MTC library, which comes with the course, with the bundle that you get the rescue booklet and the rescue card for downloadables. So you get to have at least more knowledge when it comes to that stuff. But this is why I do this. This is why I do this. Sign up. It's $120 a year, $10 a month, less than Netflix, and it supports what we're doing here. I want to prevent this. I don't want you guys going through that trauma. It's a roundabout, not a straight about. All right. Watch out. Okay, side of the vehicle. Apply the brakes, or at least get yourself into a better escape path. Two rivers. Okay. Just let's take a look. I don't want to read. Oh, very dangerous, very dangerous, very dangerous, very dangerous, very dangerous. I wouldn't do that. They can wait. I know nothing. All right, watch out for anybody getting in your lane just like that. So that right there wasn't really the car driver's fault, but here's the thing. We're going through this corner right here. So we're going through this corner. It's going to be an orange stage because we can't see much. This is going to be a line of sight issue. We don't know what's around this corner. So positioning yourself for safety, this is why we talk about the plan method so much, and it's what I do all the time when it comes to driving, riding, anything. I just like doing the plan method. Position for safety is a huge one. So I'm going to say we're going to be right here, because it's going to give me a better line of sight what's around the corner. So line of sight is very important to me, space cushions, and then having an escape path. That's part of positioning for safety. So I'm going to be over here just in case somebody decides to do this, okay? Now, if you don't want to do that, if you just want to have a default, like this is what I always do, this is what I always do right here. I like to be in the middle. So there's left, middle, and then right. So you can do left, center, right, but I'm going to say left, middle, right. Stay in the middle, because if somebody decides to, the car right here takes up that right part of the lane, what I can do is just kind of shift over and, get over into the left side very easily. That's going to be something that's easy versus like you're doing outside, inside, outside. You're going to have to do this crazy swerve. So middle for me, but the left side is going to be the best position for this just because you saw the hazard. Now you got to move to the left, which is exactly what this rider did. And it just happens, and it's like, can we get mad at this person? It's like, no, they don't want to hit the cyclist. It just so happens that we came together at the same time. Sign up for the MTC Rider Academy, guys. Sign up. And if you don't, if you're good with it after, you know, then cancel. And then by the time next year happens, there's gonna be so much stuff that you missed out on. Ooh, slow speed maneuvers, everybody. Which, by the way, we have this digital version and all the videos of this on the MTC Rider Academy. Practice your lefty loosies. This looks like a righty-tighty situation right here. So we have a pretty big parking lot. Pretty big parking lot. He just did a U-turn there. Pretty big parking lot. This looks at least 40 feet wide. Okay. The drills, you just need 60 by 40. So it's a typical parking lot. Pretty easy to do. So what you need to do, if you notice, it looks like the camera's on his head. And so what you want to do for that, if you notice here, is he's not looking super far. He's kind of looking a little bit right here. So if I'm turning, right, if I'm looking straight at you and I'm just barely looking like this and I'm trying to turn, it's not going to be good enough. I want to be able to do this. I want to turn my head completely, chin on my shoulder. So I'm looking, chin on my shoulder, and I'm looking behind me. I'm looking at you, right? I'm not looking like this. I'm looking at you. So then when I turn, I'm going towards where I'm going, and I'm looking at my exit behind me. So make sure you practice. You got the PDF version on your phone? I love the PDF version. Love the PDF version. That's why I put it on the phone. I changed it up so that it's a phone-friendly version where it's vertical, so you can have it on the dash. And so when you're practicing, you don't need the booklet all the time. If you buy the booklet, you get the phone-friendly version. MTC Rider Academy, you get to download the phone-friendly version. It's just, I'm going to do a little bit more stuff like that. It just takes me a little bit of time. But yeah, practice, practice, practice. Maybe he was practicing. Who knows? Oh, open lane pattern. We almost got hit. We swerved, or not, we didn't swerve. We accelerated out of there. Very good. We're in the blind spot here. We're on the blind spot here. As soon as we see that they come over, remember, escape paths isn't just braking and swerving. It's also acceleration. Because we have an escape path in front of us. It's a great one. We don't swerve left. There's no escape path. Swerving right, it could work. It just increase the space cushion. But we might hit the curb braking. There's a car behind us. You see it in the mirror on the right? So we might not be able to do the things that we're trained to do, and they don't really teach you to accelerate out of things. So we can accelerate out of things, especially if we have a nice straightaway. We got to watch out for this guy switching over, though. Sees it? Accelerate. Got himself out of there. All right, here we go. I know nothing. All right. Let's figure it out then. Ooh, nice little swerve. A little merging issues right there. Little merging issues. Arctic Jeff. Here we go. Nice staggered formation. Left turn approaching. Very good. Okay, let's see what happens. They're using hand signals. This is why we have cardos, so we can tell each other, oh, find the escape. Find the escape. Very good. Very good. Very good. Good job. Good job. It's embarrassing, but you did it. This is a neat little road. Just got to watch out. Whoa! Time to rescue. You saw that guy fly off? Time to rescue. Ensure your own safety. Pulling off to the side. Very good. I couldn't talk. I didn't want to believe what I just saw. I need to get my freaking 360 camera on the back like that, because I really want to show you guys proper lane positioning from like that third person view instead of just on the front. Technology's changing. Technology's changing. I remember when I first started doing moto vlogs, it's like that's all you could do. And now it's like, all right, do you have a trauma kit in there?
You got 2 friends with him, I think? I don't know, dude. You all right?
Ooh, trike. Probably couldn't navigate that corner very well. Just embarrassed. Hopefully he's doing fine. No injuries.
Helmet or nothing.
Very good. Yeah, because, you know, you don't need to take the helmet off in this situation. So when we talked about taking helmets off, and why do you do that? It's because they have a full face helmet and they're not breathing. If they have a or the modular helmet like this and it's flipped up and they're not breathing, you still don't need to take it off. You have access to their airway. So you only take it off if they have a full face and not breathing. That's it.
We can hit this back.
Unless they take it off themselves. But then again, at that point, they are breathing.
Well, just in case, man. You don't know. Your lip's bleeding. You obviously hit.
Yeah, his lip's bleeding. He probably had the chin up. So if you're riding with a modular helmet, keep it down.
The bike's leaking gas. It's hot. We need to get him away from here. Yeah.
It's not going to blow up. It might catch,
Thanks for watching till
but it's going to be very quick, okay? So guys, thank you for watching this video. Focus on the Smart Rider principles and sign up for the MTC Rider Academy so you can prevent some of these things. But yeah, hopefully you learned something, and I'll talk to you guys later. All right, you guys know how that goes. That was a little more serious. You guys enjoyed that one? That was a weird one with where is it at? It was like at the beginning, wasn't it? No, it was right. No, yeah, it was at the beginning. No? I feel like I talked for an hour. Yeah, it's this one. I really want to know the update. He's not doing good. He's not doing good. You know what I mean? That's a terrible spot, man. I do need a thumbnail. It's kind of... No, I don't... I won't. Nah. There. I have to do a thumbnail. I have to. It's just... Maybe I'll put a little blur. I'll put a blur on it. How about that? It's just... It's bad. It's a bad spot. It was a good teaching lesson, right? What do you guys think about that? Like, what do you guys... Did you gather anything? It was more like a story based. Like I'm just explaining what I did and what I... You know... What do you guys think? What do you guys think? It'd be good to know. It'd be good to know. It was a good video. Peter Griffin pose. I've used that descriptor. You know, when he falls down the stairs, I've used that descriptor for that tree trimmer guy. But like, this is what the tree trimmer guy looks like. I haven't seen a broken back on a video yet. The breathing freaked you out? Yeah, agonal respirations. So like, let's see. Let's take a look. Part of the cool thing here, and here's the thing. When I edit these videos, I mean, I barely edit them, but when I edit them and I post them on Saturday, Sundays, they don't see this part, right? That's kind of the cool part here is that you guys are showing up to class and you guys get to see some of this stuff. So they're just not getting, yeah, they're not getting, let's see. Let's see if they,
Gasping or agonal breathing. The intervals between...
Yeah, it's like a fish out of water. That's how they explain it. If it looks like a fish out of water and they're doing like they're doing that, yeah, they're out. That's what he was doing. Oof. Can you show it again? I'll just show it one more time.
What caused the rider in front to fall? I'm really curious what do you think about this situation.
So I think right there when he hits the guardrail is when he broke his back. And that's what back protectors help mitigate. It's not going to prevent it because if you hit hard enough, it still could do that. It could still break your back. But if you have a back protector and he doesn't have one, he just has a regular like jacket. It's terrible. It's terrible. Guys, sign up for the MTC Rider Academy. It's right here, $120 a year. I think I might just be this weekend. I'm gonna really work hard on launching Unit 5. You know, in fact, I'm gonna give myself this weekend to launch Unit 5. Gosh, that's such a painful. I wonder how they're doing, like how this person's doing. Will the back protector protect or to save that? It will help mitigate it. I don't know based off this person's, like, you know, their body. They could have had osteoporosis. They could have had issues with their back in the first place. You know, just the way it impacted, where it impacted. Those things I don't know. But when it comes to a back protector like D30 armor or anything that's CE rated, it's supposed to minimize like the level of impact or the forces, the kinetic energy transmitted from the impact into your spine. So let's say you had a back protector there. It might have just fractured your back, not separated your back, if that makes sense. You probably still could have fractured your back, but it might have been just one of the step-offs, you know, like the little parts that you feel. It could snap one of those off, or you could have had like a kind of separation, or maybe a dislodged disc, or it could have been nothing. There could have been no pain, no issue, no broken nothing. Or it could have been the exact same thing. But for a fact, If you hit your back like that without a protector, we just saw it. We just saw the damage. You're getting the maximum force into your spine when you could have like 5-10% of that force into your spine. If that makes sense. Links are in the description for the videos. That was the video number 2. Yeah, we're just speculating here. I have no idea, but I mean, we see what we see. And so what can you do with what you see? At the end of the day, having full gear is better than not having gear, especially in a crash like that. It's a terrible spot. Terrible spot. All right, guys, let's see if we can get 200 likes. Let's get 200 likes. We just need 40 more. We're going to jump into this one, and we're going to hang out for a little bit. Yeah, having gear can only help you in these situations, right, Kenna? Yeah. Yeah, so the whole goal, guys, is the Smart Rider principles. We seek and recognize, we maintain, we acquire, we rescue, and teach. Okay, that's the goal. That's the goal. You're not always going to get it, so let's bring that back up. Sometimes I'm not paying attention when I'm driving. This is about to disappear. Sometimes I don't practice. Sometimes, I mean, actually all the time I wear gear and I wear my seatbelt. Sometimes I don't need to rescue, and sometimes I don't feel like teaching and mentoring. So like sometimes you fail at it. These are just the things that you want to focus on. You want to be the best, your best self. And I feel like being your best self is by following the Smart Rider principles. Hey, thanks, Prodigal. Prodigal, you know all this stuff. Yeah, CE level 1 and 2. So I think it's EN 1620-1, EN 1620-2 are the ratings for Europe. I think it's CE2 for the back. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and take a look at this one. You guys know how it goes. We're going to hit that record button. I do post a vertical format of this to Instagram, so follow me on Instagram. It's been insane. 1,000 new followers a day on Instagram because of a viral video that we're doing here that I recorded live with you guys. So swing on by Instagram. I'm on Twitter. I'm on TikTok. I'm on LinkedIn. Facebook, whatever, but I mainly just post to YouTube and just the best stuff. So here we go. I'm gonna hit that record button and let's take a look. All right, so we got Biker Panicked, Best of Motorcycle Moments 2003. Ooh, dumping of the bikes. Are we already doing compilations of the best of the year in July?
Who made a huge mistake, additionally endangered bikers coming from the opposite direction.
Okay, we are... Oh, dude. You gotta turn. You gotta turn. So they're talking on their pack talks? Which, by the way, pack talk, I don't know if I'm allowed to say it yet. Ooh. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it, but there's some pretty cool things coming up when it comes to being able to communicate with your friends and then record it. Just, I don't know if I'm allowed to say it yet. I don't know if it's been announced yet. All right, so we're going a little bit too wide. Tip number 1 out of 5 tips is to actually navigate the corners, go into orange stage, turn, and look where you want to go. Simple, right? Simple. Tip number 1, we're going to try to do 5 tips here if I can remember all of them. Oh, it hurt your leg, though. Yeah. See that video of like a deer, and it was like a cruiser rider, and a deer came out and like hit him, and then he looks down, his legs just doing this. You guys seen that before? Write in the comments. So get her my 2. Here we go. Side of the vehicle. Are they coming out? Sun in the eyes, right? What other factors were there? So look at this, right? Sun in the eyes, possibly, right? You know, got sun right there in the guy's face. He's looking left, doesn't see us. Starts pulling out. We start applying the brakes a little bit right here. So what do we do? We need to find an escape path, okay? We need to do something. We need to swerve, brake, whatever it is. Braking is a good option right now. Good progressive braking because we need to be able to slow down and stop in time. But if we can't, it's going to at least buy us some options, right? There we go. So it's going to at least buy us some options. So we're slowing down. This person now makes it out of the way, and it's, hey, we were slowing down. Now we can swerve. You know, that's kind of the goal right here. And I think that's kind of what happens here. We're slowing down. And now we can swerve. So great job. So imagine not braking and then just trying to like go full speed and then swerve. Never would have had the opportunity. If we didn't slow down, the van would have still been like right here. And then we'd have ran right into the back of it. So slowing down bought this person some options. Very good. Very good job. Very good job. You did great, dude. All right. So Malco, tip number 2, don't ride this fast and make sure you clean up your speedo. It's a little bit blurry. Oh, crashed a little bit. Okay, not too bad. You locked up the tires, you know, not practicing your braking and not practicing your actually riding, and just straight lines are easy, turns are hard. I know I'm making fun of you. I don't want to do that. Hopefully you're doing fine. No, it's buenos. Here's. Yeah, the last video was pretty long, so I'm going to try to make this one a little bit shorter. I'm going to try to pause less. We had a great, I think that was a good rescue after action. I think that was a lot of fun. I get in the flow state when it talks about medical stuff. I really need to, yeah, Unit 5 just needs to happen. It just needs to go up right now. All right, too fast, too soon. Here we go. Going around the corner. It's a great looking view. Love this mountain riding. Ooh, going around, going a little bit too wide. It happens. It happens. Good job moving out of the way. That was a red stage. That was a great red stage. So right here, orange stage though, because we're in the mountains. We don't know what's around these corners. We don't know if somebody's gonna be coming around in our lane. That's a single lane. We have 2 lanes here, so we have great escape paths to the right. Remember, we're positioning for safety. So good position like right here. We can locate this hazard situation. Very good. Assess anybody that's a relevant threat coming around the corner. Handled it. And then we're gonna navigate. We're going to navigate ourselves out of here. Very good. As soon as we see this, it's like you can tell that their tires are on the other side of this line already. So at this point, let's just move over. Good job. Tip number 3, make sure you're able to go from orange stage to red stage, back to orange stage, back into yellow stage. Don't panic too much. Good job. Too fast, too soon. Fly Enduro 32, having some fun.
In such poor visibility, fortunately,
ooh, nice little jump.
it was just a valuable lesson.
So I was taking the Super 73 on a road like this earlier. Oh, dump the bike. That's fine, though. Hopefully it doesn't break a collarbone. Those are so easy to break. Be very careful with those. Be very careful with those.
Нормально.
He's doing fine. He's doing fine.
Слава богу, не воткнулись. Чуть-чуть назад отъедьте.
All right. We're going to skip that one on the replay. Anyways, MFJ, here we go. Going through here. Open lane pattern. Didn't see us. Just didn't see us. Was able to swerve out of the way. Very good. Very good. Let me go ahead and just grab something here. I'm going to do a quick little share. I'm going to edit this part out. First and foremost, how's everybody doing? You guys liking the class? Do you want to see more? We're going to edit some of this stuff. We're going to edit some of this stuff, but like, what do you guys want to see when it comes to these classes? Because like the way I want to do this, now that I got you guys involved, and you got 170 of you in here, is that, there we go, I can hear myself. I want to add in some lessons. So here, in fact, let's just go ahead and talk about that. Let's go ahead and get, let's do this. All right, so the MTC awareness stages. So white stage, we're not paying attention here. We're not paying attention at all. We're going to want to stay in yellow stage where we're alert and focused. We know what's going on. We're actively looking for these hazards. In orange stage, yeah, okay. So we're going to be paranoid a little bit here and there. We're going to make sure that, these are the hazardous situations for plan, locating hazardous situations too. So intersections, corners. Red stage, just did a nice little swerve over there with those red stage stuff, got himself in that lane. Brown stage, we panicked. But let's get back to this. You guys like stuff like that? You guys like stuff like that? Just want to make sure. Because I want to actually talk about these things. One second. Some stuff like that. What do you guys think? Because like I want to have some fun. I want to have some fun. In fact, you know what? Let's just go ahead. Let's talk about red stage. So right here, red stage. Red stage is the active accident avoidance mode. So what that means is that you are actively doing something. You already saw it. You already know what's coming up the side of the vehicle. They're coming out in your lane. You need to swerve. You need to emergency brake. You need to even accelerate, whatever it is. What is the emergency move that you're going to be doing? Because you have to not hit something to not crash, right? If you crash, we failed, okay? And sometimes we crash. Sometimes it's not really a failure, but what is it that we do to mitigate the injuries that we have? So in red stage, yeah, you're taking some actions. You practice in a parking lot, do a little bit of a swerve here. We do the smart rider drills, but anyways, let's get back to the class. and let's do this. What about that? You guys like stuff like that? Will these videos and live streams end in the end of the year? So next year, I think you're talking about when I said I was going to retire. Next July, my goal is to, I'm a little blurry, one second. My goal next July is to retire Dan the Fireman. If there's enough of a demand for these types of videos, I might stay. I might. So the goal is to get, I'll have to give myself some key performance indicators of how many students I want to have in a class at a time. My goal really is to have 500 people in a class at a time. We'll see. All right, so right here, we're going through open lane pattern. They can't see us. They weren't looking either way. But what we have to do is find an escape path. Got ourselves through that. Watch out for that part. Good job. Now we're going to move on. We got to look forward. We have new things happening. I look 20, farm dog. I look 20. I just turned 36, by the way. I just turned 36. All right, here we go. Let's move on. This last weekend was my birthday. All right, Sam, we're on a track. This is where you want to do it. Look at the runoff. So if we do low side, which is probably going to happen here, it's typical. There's the low side. We have a runoff. And then with the runoff, and at a track, there's usually EMS standby. So you have paramedics, EMTs that can show up. All right, so here we go. We're overtaking in England. At least that's what it looks like. Or the United Kingdom. Oh, good job with the braking. Good job with the braking. So how did we see that ahead of time? Write in the comments, what do you look for? Thank you, guys, for the belated birthdays. I appreciate it. What do you guys look for when you're in a line like this? For me, what I look for is just the tires turned. Like they turn the tires. Like right now, you can't really see the hubcaps or you can't see the rims at all. But you can, as soon as they turn that tire, you can see it. Like that right there. You see that? It's a little bit hard to see, but that's what I'm focusing on because when I'm riding in this stuff, it's like I'm not going super fast. I'm not going super fast. And I'm saying this like I live in the United Kingdom. I don't. I live in the United States. We lane filter, though, in Arizona. And you see this also when it comes to people merging into your lane. So you're focused on that because up ahead of you, if you're going slow enough, you're not really too worried. You can see it in your peripheral. I'm utilizing my focal vision right here and here and here. I'm constantly going boom, boom, boom with my focal vision. If you don't know what focal vision is, just look at this. Look at my finger right here. Look at my face. Just stare at my face. Yeah, it's kind of weird, huh? Can you see everything else around you? It's a little bit blurry. It's a little bit blurry. Now just keep looking at my face. Look at the screen. You're not looking at anything else. Just look at the screen. Look at my face. You see my hand over here, though. You see my hand right here. You don't have to stare at it. You don't have to do your focal vision. Keep the focal vision on me, but you can still see this. And so that's what I'm utilizing the rest of the road with. Like with my vision, I'm looking at these hubcaps with my focal vision. And so like this is a focal vision. Look at it now. Now look at this one. Now look at this one. Everything else is blurry though, except for the focal vision. So that's what we do when we target fixate. Does it make sense? That's what we do when we target fixate. So I'm target fixating on this and then this. And then I see this right here. I'm like, oh, I don't want to crash into the median. So I'm constantly scanning my focal vision around. And that's how you stay in an awareness. You zone in because you're playing a game. You're zoning into the game of using my focal vision. Mirror, speedometer, mirror, 360 head checks, looking forward, side of the vehicle, focal vision is just constantly moving. Peripheral is building the rest of the vision for me, okay? So I'm focal, peripheral, and all of a sudden I see like discoloration in the road. Focal, not a big deal. Back up here, but I'm able to adjust my ride to get away from that tar snake or whatever it is. Yeah, exact. Reggie, it's just like the Terminator. You see the focal visions just moving around, the little scanners, just like the Tesla full self-driving. It's a game. But here's the thing, your focal vision is constantly doing this. It's also tiring for your brain. So when we talk about, where do we have it? Do we have it here? No, we don't have it here. I used to talk about we'll talk about it some other time. I talk about it in the BSR. I don't want to get into it. I'm having too much fun with this lesson. Robocop Jr.
No indicator.
No indicator. Nice little U-turn.
An unexpected maneuver by the rider on the left caused this rider to panic and completely lose control of his bike.
Ooh, I missed that. Sorry, I was looking at
The
something.
rider on the left.
Okay, what's going on
An
here?
unexpected maneuver by the rider on the left caused this rider to panic and completely lose control of his bike.
How did that happen? Right in the comments. I see Waldo already talking about it. I see Waldo already talking about it. How did that happen? I'm not even gonna. Ooh, look at the damage. Whoa, dude. How did that happen? How did that happen? Write in the comments. Write in the comments. Panic brake, no progressive braking. Grabbed it. Just grabbed it too much. Very nice. Locked up the front. Locked up the front. Needs better situation awareness. Would ABS have saved? ABS would have helped quite a bit on this. Panic broke. I don't know why I left it on this screen. I guess I need a thumbnail. I think that's there you go. Gotta do the O face. Look at the damage though. Oof. You guys saw that? What's the sign? I'm having too much fun here. This is gonna be pain to edit, but I'm having too much fun. Or too much fun. What does that sign mean? Write in the comments, what does that sign mean right here? Intersection, orange stage. Whoa. Yeah, good job with the progressive braking. Handled it really well. It means a tight turn, right, Joshua? Yeah, exactly. Let's take a quick look at this. So sides of the vehicle is all over the place. We know this is going to be an orange stage situation. We're aware of everything going on. We talk about this in Unit 1. But the main thing here when it comes to planning our ride, because that's where it really kicks in, is that we're positioned for safety, located this hazardous situation. We need to see if these people are going to come into our lane, or at least get in our path of travel. So what we need to do here, prepping for this intersection in orange stage, is that we're covering the brakes. If we notice this car's moving, which we do, all we have to do is start to squeeze. We don't have to reach for it and smash just like the guy did and he crashed in the previous video. But all we have to do is reach for it and squeeze just a little bit.
Yo, whoa.
Handled it. Handled it.
You almost killed that guy too. Jesus Christ, bro.
Oh, uncommon thing, but why'd they switch over? Right in the comments. We've already talked about that one. Not this one, but like something very similar. Why did that person switch over? You just got to anticipate some of those things. Intersection. What do we do? Left turner. Handled it. Great job with the braking. Great job understanding that there was a situation. Moved on. Okay, going decent speed. It just looks like we're going fast, but we're probably going the speed limit. It's a beautiful looking road, except for the road surface hazards itself. People are passing. Whoa! Good job finding the escape.
Definitely a demanding turn for the rider who panicked right after leaning and the sudden braking completely straight.
Got a quad lock. Ooh. That's why we practice our skills. Gotta be very careful with that. Motostars loves that music. So we got a quad lock going on. We're going through the corner, 63. I'm going to assume kilometers an hour because it doesn't look like we're going fast.
And the sudden braking completely straightened the bike.
That looks like a much sharper turn.
For the rider who panicked right after leaning and the sudden braking completely straightened the bike.
So braking while turning doesn't straighten the bike. It almost turns you in more. Accelerating in the corner straightens the bike up. So that's how trail braking works. So applying the brakes to be able to do that. But this is just such a sharp turn that he just failed to negotiate it he was just going too fast going into it. So trail braking could have fixed it, But we're trail braking beforehand and then through the turn. And then once we have our nose towards where we want to go, we can start accelerating. So it's like a mixture of slow look, press, and roll. It's like slow and look mixed together with just slowing down and applying the brakes at the same time. Once you have the nose pointed out, you're good. Trail braking is an amazing skill. Practice it. It used to be, to me, like my mentality on it was that it's an advanced skill. I still think it's a little bit more advanced, but here's the thing. Yamaha Champion Riding School, and everybody's been able to talk about trail braking for so much that the coaching of it has gotten so well that I do think beginners can learn it. But I think it's more of like, once you learn the fundamentals, you could just jump straight into trail braking. I'm really hoping that there's people out there. I'm not going to be the one to teach you trail braking, because I still think as a beginner you should just do slow look, press, and roll. Until I see another coach teach it so well that I want to emulate that, then I'll go ahead and help teach trail braking to beginners. But I haven't found a coach that's done it well, or at least made it applicable to what we're trying to do here on the road. And it's not my area of focus. The Smart Rider principles are my area of focus. I'm working on the rescue and teaching right now. Everyone else is doing this. I want to do a little bit extra here. But trail braking could help here. We're just going way too fast. We're just going too fast. Wasn't really leaning, but yeah, look how dangerous that could have been. Side of the vehicle. Don't get up on them. He's gonna, yeah, you pissed him off. He's just being a weirdo. Just being a weirdo. Where's the "you died" sign? I need that. He's gonna get out of the car. Yep, there it is. There it is. Causing problems. All right, here we go. Moving through. I'm all about de-escalating also, farm. Get some gloves. They help out, man. They help out a lot. I mean, if anything, the glove will... Ooh, please don't get hit. Please don't get hit. Side of the vehicle, side of the Corvette. All right, all right. All right, a little bit of... I mean, the gloves will pay for themselves the first time you get a rock to the knuckles. Oh, yeah. To me, I put so much value on my body that yeah, they'll pay for themselves the first time you get a rock into your knuckle. All right, we're moving on. It sounds like we're underwater here. All right. Oh, racing. Did they hit the curb? Did that car hit the curb? No. Whoa. Or a B to the knuckle. Yeah, right. Gabriel Fisher. Here we go. That's the name. Corner, nighttime, lots of different hazards. There's some coyotes. A little coyote. Yeah, we see those all the time here. Bike is life on the Kentish roads. We've seen this guy a few times. He it looks like he slowed down on and then stalled it.
Ow.
On like a bump. There's just too many factors there. Sky high. Here we go. I love the yard, to be quite honest. That's a tough one to do a tight turn, but yeah. Same thing, kind of dump the bike, maybe dump the clutch, and it jerked a little bit, stalled. See how the quad lock, the phone's still on? Exactly, right? All right, neighborhoods, great place to practice, hitting some bumps here. Side of the vehicle, that's what I'm talking about. This is a great area to What's the rush? What's the rush? So this is what I'm talking about here. I think we were supposed to do some tips, but we're not doing tips anymore. So there you go. Sorry about that. We're just having some fun with this one. We're going through a neighborhood. This is Unit 4, lesson 1. Unit 4, lesson 1, where we talk about some motorcycle riding scenarios and what you can do. And I love practicing in neighborhoods because you have every driveway as an intersection. Every driveway is the side of the vehicle. So it's practicing the view. It's burning that image into your head. It's developing those neural pathways here. Yeah, residential neighborhoods. So that side of the vehicle right there, you can see it off to the right next to the sign. Perfect. You see the vehicles on the road. They come out and merge. So you're practicing your positioning for safety. You're practicing your locating your hazardous situations. You're practicing your assessing relevant threats. And more than likely, you're not going to have any active threats unless it's like this. But you're not going to have an active threat. So what you can do is find like those little dark spots on the road right there. You see the one right in front? Pretend that's, a bouncy ball or something that came out, a dog that came out or whatever. Practice your swerve around it. So if you're practicing your navigation also. But we're going through here. It's a 30-mile-an-hour road right here. Or it says 30 kilometers an hour. That's recommended going a speed bump. So you can actually practice going over obstacles. So 25 miles per hour in the United States, or at least in Arizona. But right here, this is a great observation, or an observation. It's a great opportunity to talk about sides of the vehicles and then it being assessing relevant threats. This person, it's a side of the vehicle. It's an intersection, right? It's moving out. They're not seeing you. They don't pay attention. It's neighborhoods that happens all the time. What do you do when this happens in neighborhoods? You pretty much just like let them out or you go around them. It's not a big deal. So right here, though, it's practicing that movement of a side of the vehicle getting into your way. So that's why Unit 1, Lesson 4 of the MTC Rider Academy is so good, is that you can practice this. And I love practicing in neighborhoods. So we didn't have to honk the horn. We didn't have to be a D-bag about it. We could have switched over and gone around, or we could have just stopped. Practice your progressive braking. Practice your swerving. You see how it's practice? Because you have these big, massive roads, typically like this in suburbia, and you're able to swerve out of the way. There's no vehicles coming. You don't need to take up the whole lane. You can just kind of go out a little bit more. You can practice so much in a neighborhood, and the goal is, everyone should be going 25 miles per hour. So it's like doing parking lot practice in a neighborhood, a little bit faster, but still. Just wanted to be able to show it on camera. Corning Hinterall. Oh, whoa, getting a little bit too close. So we applied the brakes, seeing that happen. Rambo, here we go. Ooh. The captain's not liking that. He's talking on his pack talk bold right there. Probably telling all his buddies, like, hey, watch out for this dumb car. So he's a road captain. Probably talking to his tail gunner, talking to everybody in the dynamic mesh all the way back. Link in description for a discount, by the way, for a Cardo unit. Tenzo Ferrari, here we go. Intersection, it's a roundabout, right? Side of the vehicle, good practice, merging into each other. Yeah, get yourself out of the way. Putting your hand out didn't solve the problem. Putting your hand back on the handlebars to get out of the way solved your problem. Do what you have control over. All right, Decky. Beautiful views. Where is this? Where is this? So beautiful. Drake B, hello Dan, long-time lurker. I wanted to thank you for giving us confidence right after a 10-year hiatus. Was hit by a drunk driver mid-turn. Ooh, Drake, I hope you're doing fine, man. Thank you for the 10. It's a beautiful area. We're going to have cattle, farm, some type of road surface. Ooh, we have a helicopter. Ooh, we have like a life flight. Not good. Not good. Life flighting out. Which direction do you think? Okay, so I'll just tell you. I have a feeling that they were speeding. It is what it is, right? They're coming this way. And the person did that. I think that's what happened. Because it's pretty hard to like all of a sudden just kind of crash, going straight. I think they were going too fast on this turn. If that makes sense. That's, guys, corners. Gotta be careful. We saw that guy with a twisted up back. hitting a guardrail.
Watching till the
Oh, you're welcome, MotoStars. Thank you for showing these videos. Appreciate it. But guys, once again, sign up for the MTC Rider Academy. We got some crazy stuff going on there. When I say crazy, it's all educational, so it's not really crazy. With that said, hope you guys ride safe, be safe, and I will see you guys. Just kidding. I accidentally hit the stop recording button. It's Switzerland. Let's sit down real quick. Let's go to my office. What did I say? We're supposed to have a transition. It defeats the yeah, it defeats the idea that whatever. Yeah, it completely defeats the idea. It makes it look like I'm on a green screen or something, and you know it. Yeah, this is real. What the heck? All right, we might have to end it. You guys can't hear that. Like, I'm having like things like install, uninstall. I need to figure out what it is. Yeah, my computer's going crazy. Here's the problem. Here's the thing. I got to get going because I got to edit these things now. I talked way too much during the second and third. It is almost 3 o'clock. I got to get going. Hope you guys hit that like button. Thank you for all the new members. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for those that signed up for the newsletter. Thank you for those that signed up for the MTC Rider Academy. Guys, I got to get going. Hope you guys have a great time. I'll see you guys later, all right? You guys don't see it. It's a USB device, something. It's just like unplugging, unplugging, plugging, unplugging. All right, guys, I got to get going.